Hi guys, the automatic transmission gearbox is 5-speed with the ability to limit gear change 1, 2, 3, 4 and winter and standard operate modes W and S. Some people, by the way, are often convinced that S is a sport mode. S is not sport, it's a standard. The work of the box is very smooth. It's noticeable to switch only from 1 to 2 gear. Further gear change can only be determined by the tachometer. Sometimes the box kicks. Replacing the oil in the box, the kicks disappear. By the way, there are two myths about Mercedes automatic transmission. The oil in the box is designed for the entire service life. Only original oil is filled. Both are not true. First, you need to change the oil, and don't be confused that the box does not have dipstick. The people is there, he is just a service and special tool. That is, the manufacturer does not assume that the Mercedes owner will check the condition of the oil himself. There is a service for this. But nobody example from changing it. For all the time exploitation, I changed the oil 2 times in the gearbox. That's all guys, subscribe to our channel and don't forget to put like. Hi guys, in this video we'll talk about it's possible to tow a car automatically and tow rules. Quite often situation arises when a car needs to tow another car on the machine. This is possible, but must be remembered that the automatic transmission does not like overload and overheating. If such a need arises, the driver of the car on the machine when towing another car must adhere to the following rules. The movement of car with automatic machine towing another car must be at minimum speed. Avoid overheating of the turbo converter. The acceleration of the car should be smooth without sudden acceleration. While towing, it's better to avoid activating the kickdown mode and also block the automatic transmission to high gears using the overdrive made deactivation if this function is available. It should be remembered that during towing with automatic transmission, the turbo converter is heavily loaded, which ensures the transmission of turbo from the engine to the gearbox. If the vehicle skids too much, the fluid in the turbo converter may overheat it. Overheated ATF loses the proprietary, the box starts to malfunction, the pressure drops, the clutch slips and then burns. The product of the mechanical wear contaminate the automatic transmission. If we talk about towing another car or trailer, when a car with an automatic act as a tug, then too strong load on the automatic transmission should be avoided. Don't sleep, avoid sudden start, block the inclusion of high gears take. In simple words, when towing, you should minimize gearbox wear. And also, avoid overheating of the ATF working transmission fluid in the turbo converter. That's all guys, subscribe to our channel and don't forget to put like. Hi guys, difference of towing mechanics from automatic transmission. A machine with a manual transmission can be pulled or pushed with a transmission in neutral over almost any distance without problems. Since only the gear rotates during the movement. Towing a car with an automatic transmission is accompanied by intensive work of the entire mechanism. If the insufficient lubricant, the part of the box became very hot, as a result of which they may fail. A feature of automatic gearbox is that the circulate of lubricant occurs only when the engine is running, because the oil pump is involved. Therefore, it's the best to tow the vehicle with the engine on. Otherwise, the operating units of the box may overheat it and deform due to the insufficient lubricant. Ultimately, the treatness break the entire box. If you need to tow a car with an automatic transmission, you will need to activate the neutral transmission mode. If possible, start the engine. Such towing should be carried out at a minimum speed of on more than 15-20 km/h. How to tow a vehicle with an automatic gear shift. First, during towing, control the temperature of the automatic transmission and if necessary, make stop to cool it down. Second, after towing to a distance of no more than 40 kilometers, at speed not exceeding 40 km an hour, you must take a break for 14 minutes. If you exceed the permissible load, you may encounter significant overheating of the automatic transmission part. Ideally, however, owners of cars with automatic transmission are not advised to take risks when towing such a car on a cable. Remember that even doing this work correctly, it will be impossible to completely eliminate the likelihood of serious damage. Therefore, it's best not to save money in order to tow truck. Specialists will load the car onto the platform and quickly deliver it to service. That's all guys. Subscribe to our channel and don't forget to put like. Hi guys, in this video we talk about what not to do with an automatic transmission. Constantly switch not to neutral at traffic light and toffees. By the way, trying to save fuel at traffic light is not worth it. Constantly tests have proven the ineffective of this cost-saving method, but the fact that you constantly switch wears out the mechanism will have to be repaired faster. After all, that valve body constantly changing the pressure when switching. It's believed that in the automatic neutral is needed only for towing a full car and then for short distance. When sleeping in a skid, in mud or snow, don't move the lever too often from the forward D position to the rear R position, as the oil in a gearbox can overheat, and this will damage component and blocks in the box gear. About 90% of breakdowns are caused partially by overheating of the oil. Move the lever to the P parking position when the vehicle has not come to a completely stop. Leave the car on a slope in P parking mode without using the handbrake. This, the load on the gearbox increases significantly. Leave the car on a slope. Don't switch selector D to neutral when the car is moving. This can be done if you plan to come to a completely stop. But when switching from neutral back to drive, you will feel a jolt. The box will have to synchronize the speed again, which is difficult to do when the car is already in motion. The clutcher will clap heavily, which increases their wear. In addition, such a mode is unsafe if you suddenly need to accelerate sharply. Don't engage reverse gear while driving. The car must come to a completely stop before reverse gear is engaged. Due to this behavior, the friction mechanism works unevenly. Same will be completely be the broken mechanism, and same will be moved freely. For this reason, the box will be break quickly. On automatic transmission, you must not simultaneously press the brake and gas pedal. Specular start with a slip will sooner or later end badly for the gearbox. Likewise, you cannot abruptly engage the drive position if you give the engine revs in neutral and crank it up to a certain point. This will be quick damage the friction linings. To hammer in the regular oil changing in the automatic transmission. Now the oil in the box does not last forever, even if we manufacturer claim it. The automatic transmission lowers a little clean and fresh, so replacement should be done at least 60,000 kilometers. And if you are convenient that the oil in the machine is designed for the entire several life of the box, then we are probably talking about a period of up to 100,000 kilometers and then repair. and it's profitable for the manufacturer. You pay for everything. That's all guys, subscribe to our channel and don't forget to put like. Now guys, if when descending a hill, move the gear selection to neutral, then the car will consume less fuel than if we were driving. But friends, here I need to take into account that if we switch the selector to neutral when we need to drive, the distance unit the car stop completely. The fact is that we are driving in neutral position of the car and suddenly we move the gear selection on the drive, then has a very determined effect on the gearbox. Various elements of the automatic transmission may be damaged, so you need to get to full stop. Stop, shift the gear selection out of neutral on the drive and continue driving. That's all guys, subscribe to our channel and don't forget to put like.